Benny's got his bow down, slams, there's the start. And I'd say quite a few of these boats at the boat end are over, but we'll have to wait and hear see if the flag goes up. The Danes, great start for the Danes. They've got a clear lane just below the boat, and they've jumped out of there. So the Danes are in a position to certainly got the form and the experience to win this race, which will make it harder for Slam. As I was saying before, there's a number of boats. Asco, Johnny Winning in Yandu, Pindar, any of those could win this race. So that makes it all the tougher for Slam. He has to sail a very cool, calm and fast race, staying clean. So here we are at the top mark for the first time, and no surprises here. It's the Danes. Clausen Fleming, or Fleming Clausen, not sure, the Danish Vikings. Nice little break. Look who's second. Benny and the Jets. Benny went out to sea, Clausen went up the middle a bit, and Slam is probably in a bit of bother here. He's coming in on port tack, and he's got all these starboard tackers coming around. Around goes GP Covers, the Danes first. Great break. And in comes Asco. Ooh, just by the skin of his teeth in front of Howie Hamlin. Benny, looking good. Is it going to be this race that decides it for Benny? Second place. Around comes Howie Hamlin. Another great performance from him off the line. Very consistent, improving the whole regatta. Asco got his bow up in there in fourth spot. And then it's Slam. No, sorry, Pindar. Pindar around next, and Slam hot on his heels. Got a lot of work to do, Slam. Away they go. Johnny Winning, Yandu around next. Okay, so there's the problem for Grant Rollison with the black chute just in front of Johnny Winning's blue spinnaker there in Yandu. And in the distance you can see, GP, the Danes, clearly leading this race at the moment, and hot on their heels is Benny, the boat that is in the best position to win this regatta, and this could be the race that he does it. Certainly in striking distance. The first run down, got 2.5 laps. So far so good for Benny. A lot of work to do for Slam. Is it getting away from him, even at this early stage? Anyway, we'll break from it here and join you at the bottom of the course for the first lap. Okay, so here we are at the gate on the first downwind, and you can see the separation here. The Danes still holding on to their lead. Benny still much the same position. He's up on his hip, and Howie Hamlin going in for a deeper angle through the gate. Slam still going out wide, and there's only a short gallop to the bottom of this course, so we'll get down there and just show you the roundings just in case Benny gets into trouble or the leader. Okay, at the bottom of the course for the first time, and it's GP Covers, the Vikings, and Benny in hot pursuit. The tempo of the voices is going up a bit here today because there's a lot more pressure on this race. The Danes would like to win this. They haven't won a heat yet. So there, you got their race faces on, and none more than Robbie Greenough and his boys. And here comes Howie Hamlin. Another great job. Rented boat, came together for this regatta over here, had to put the boat together and just improved steadily right through. Now, the boat that snuck in here is Asco, done a good job, stayed out a bit wider, and has taken this mark off Howie. Very close rounding though, so nice work Asco. Macquarie right on, oh, just got his bow up inside him, and Slam still bringing up the rear. Slam is now in 5th spot, so he's picked up a place. Not sure who he rolled, but somebody must have got into trouble. So there's our race, first 5, nice and close. Okay, so at the top of the course for the second time, it's the Vikings on the GP Covers. Denmark's representative here. I think they've cleared out on that beat. They've got one of the heavier crews here, and these guys have been sailing together for a long time. And if this had been a fresher series, who knows, it could have been a different situation going to the last day. But anyway, they're off to a flying start here. Next around is Benny, just keeping the pressure on and looking pretty hot now. He's got to just stay upright and complete this race, and this event is his. Benny, the performance boat throughout the series. Consistency was always going to do the business, and 30 seconds to the leader, and around comes Asco. Asco's been probably the fastest boat up there as far as, I think he's caught Benny a fair bit, and here he goes straight into a jibe. So he's putting plenty of heat on these leading two. He decided to jibe early and head out the other side just to keep them guessing, and he picked up a bit of distance out there last time. Round comes Howie Hamlin, 4th position. Another consistent placing for Howie and the boys. And here comes our boat with everything to do. Slam, Grant Rollerson, Jack Young and Michael Coxon out on the town last night. Probably could have got to bed a bit earlier, but it's not over yet. The boys will keep pushing that boat and hoping for a bit of a glitch from Robbie Greenough. So next around is Johnny Winning, Andrew Hay and Big Peter Harris. They're running in. Hoist that chute. Normally sails on the Rag and Famish. Came over here to help Woody out. He's probably one of the heaviest forward hands here, so that hasn't been a bonus for Woody. He's carrying over 100 kg around in those light air days. So down at the bottom mark for the 2nd time, and this race is tightening up. Dane's still leading, but Benny just starting to close up on him. You can see the distance downhill. Benny and the guys are really quick downhill, but no quicker than Asco. And I think Asco is probably the big mover in this of this three. They're showing good speed downhill and they're getting uphill really quickly as well. So it just remains to be seen if Asco can get his nose in front of Rob on the Benny, but that won't change. I think it'll be Benny's series. So round comes Asco and Howie Hamlin hanging in there, nice solid 4th place. And here comes Slam over to our right, just out the back door. Won't get the position he wanted in this race, which was a 1st, so that would appear to be gone unless there's a major problem for these first boats, and I can't see that happening out here today. It's quite a pleasant cruise, no rig snapping potential, and the 5 of those boats coming together would be pretty remote as well, in a collision I meant. Anyway, really know their track. So that's something to look forward to. So okay, we're going to cut from here and go up the top mark, and then it's just a short dash to the finish. Okay, well, up the top mark for the 3rd and final time. It's Robbie Greenough has got his nose in front. I don't know what happened to the Danes. They sailed off into that Carnac shore and must have sailed into some lighter pressure, but here they go, our competition leaders, and now hitting the front in the 2nd last race. But look who's right up there, Transom. It's Asco. They've been the big mover in this race. They've been the quickest boat on the racetrack, and who knows what can happen on this last run down. Benny's got to keep the boat upright. Got to sail it clean all the way to the finish. They've been doing a good job of that all the way through. Does the pressure mount for them? And here are the Danes. Not sure where they went to, but they've relinquished the lead, and unfortunately they're back in 3rd spot. And Slam has probably picked up a spot here on pretty close. They're coming together with Macquarie. They're on port, Macquarie's on starboard. So they're fighting for this pin. See who's 4th and 5th on the racetrack. Macquarie just in front. Slam having to take their stern, so that's our top 5. We're going to get out of here and try and watch the leaders go through the finish line for you. Okay, so we've caught up to our leader, Benny and the Jets on their way to the finish. Rob said in the boat park before we came out in the water that he'd like to put this thing to bed in his first race today, and he's delivered that wish to himself. Guys, nice and calm, nice and cool, great solid performance from this crew throughout this regatta. And he's only got to put one more jibe in, and say 300 metres, and this Mark Foy trophy for 2009 becomes his, the inaugural Mark Foy, a trophy that's never been raced for before. So there's the whistle. Jack Ramacourt acknowledging the place, and Asco is about 4 seconds behind. So big job Asco, but not good enough. Well done Robbie Greenough and Phil and Dan. We'll be back here shortly for the start of the final race.